Welcome today. Yay! We're here for another Prairie Circle Chat. We have Pretty in Pink joining us today. Super exciting. Thanks for joining.
Can you hear her on there? Yeah. So you're going to have an echo because you're in two places. Hang on.
Hi guys, welcome to Prairie Circle Chat. So exciting. Today we have Pretty in Pink, Holly, and Pam. And they'll be joining us in just a minute. You guys may know from our Insta feed, we love our retail stores. We work with some really amazing folks. Oh, there they are, but on the sideways. Let's see if we can get you.
You want to go up? There we
go. Yay, we gotcha.
Hang on. Yep, I need something to hold.
Hi, guys.
Ooh, I think I got it.
You got it. We can see you.
There we go.
Guys, welcome to Prairie Circle Chat today. So I was just doing a brief intro and just saying, hey, here at Prairie, we love our retail stores. We celebrate all of the great folks. There goes a phone off of a countertop, so it'll come back on. But we just really celebrate all of our retail stores and our great people that work with our Prairie Circle every single day. And today we have with us Pretty in Pink, who are just resetting their phone, and they'll be back with us in just a minute. There they are.
Here we are. Let's get you.
This time they're going to use some duct tape, or maybe Gorilla Tape, because I hear that more often now than duct tape, to hold the phone in place. Hey, guys.
I think we got her this time.
Awesome. So we'll start with just some really brief introductions. My name is Holly Markwald. I'm the CEO here at Prairie, where we make versatile, sustainable compression bras. And we work with really amazing retail stores. We create communities of support where we work with hospitals, medical professionals, and our great retail stores. So today we have with us Pretty in Pink, who is definitely someone that we hold close in our hearts. You guys reach so many people in your communities. You have 4 store locations, I believe. You have your also compression care for lymphedema. It's amazing. So with that, I'll introduce our Pretty in Pink. We have Holly and Pam with us. And Holly, did you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? And then Pam, you can introduce yourself.
All right. I've been with Pretty in Pink since August of, or November of 2018. I came to, she decided to open up a location in Murfreesboro close to home for me. And I'm a breast cancer survivor, 14 years now. So I had volunteered at the Y and been a part of their after breast cancer program, and this just kept me plugged in, and I felt like I had to be for something, and I enjoy doing it.
Awesome. And are you a certified medical fitter as well, Holly?
I am, yes. So I do mastectomy fittings and compression fittings.
Cool.
Yeah, we are both nationally certified mastectomy fitters. There's a distinction between that. You have to take a test and log a lot of fitting hours in order to become nationally certified. So it makes us more knowledgeable in surgery situations and not just how to fit a bra. It's not bra fitting school. Mm-hmm. It's mastectomy school. So it's a little more intense. Just to clarify.
Thanks. Hey, when you work that hard to get something, it's important to clarify. Some people might not know. And in fact, I didn't know that. So that's really helpful. And that's a question, you guys, that you can also ask your fitters or your local retail store. And that's good information. Thanks for sharing that, Pam. And also a brief introduction, Pam. Who are you? What do you want us to know about you?
Okay. Well, I'm Pam. I'm the founder of Pretty in Pink Boutique here in Nashville, in the Nashville, Tennessee area. And as Holly mentioned, we have 4 locations, and we're in 4 different. Nashville is a very sprawled out city with a lot of smaller communities, you know, making up one metro area, like a lot of cities are. So we wanted to be more embedded in the communities. So we're in 4 different locations in smaller parts of town. So I started Pretty in Pink Boutique back in 2005. I know, I can't believe it's been that long either. And I started Pretty in Pink Boutique because I did lose my mother to breast cancer in 1995, so about 10 years prior. And after my mom passed away, I went back to school to become a nurse, and I stayed in the kind of the cancer arena always because I was very interested in exactly what Holly just said here, which is that, you know, your diagnosis can't be for nothing. You know, you need to channel it into something positive. And so that's what happened to me. I had lost my mother. I lost my father shortly before that too. And I lost my mother, and I thought, you know, this isn't going to be my sad story. I'm just not going to let it be my sad story. So I stayed in the cancer arena. I was an oncology nurse for a number of years and a hospice nurse. And then after I had a baby, who will be 20 next week, after my husband had this idea to start a boutique for women that have had breast cancer. And that's just how it all started. I didn't even know what Nashville had or what Nashville needed. I just said, oh, this is what we're doing now. It truly was a calling. And now it's grown into something just enormous. So, yes, space because of it's a love letter to my mom for sure.
I love that. Thank you. Yeah. Love letters are pretty important. And I think that's something, one of our opportunities to talk about is, what do we love most about what we do? And I know for us, it's always, we love getting huggers out into the world. We love helping people. It's our mission statement to create positive impact and help people. And I feel like you guys align with us in so many ways of how we like to work with not only our customers, but also our trade partners, and everybody in our circle is just with kindness and love. And I'll say, Holly, she's quiet, guys, but she's got a mighty way about her. And one of the things that I really feel from you, Holly, you do, is that you really love what you do. And that really shines out of you. And I feel like that also shines with your team.
Yeah.
What do you love most about what you get to do every day?
Well, you know, like we were saying, it's a pay it forward. When I first was involved with breast cancer, I was fitting wigs on ladies. And that was great, but I'd see them one time and then typically never see them again. And in this, you know, area, I get to see them. They come back, and, you know, I get to see them years out. And actually, since I've been doing this, I've seen some of the ladies I put wigs on, you know, 2 years ago, and to see them and be able to talk to them and know how well they're doing, and, you know, help them through this part of things. It's been amazing. I love it. And I've got 3 biological daughters, 2 adopted daughters, and we carry the BRCA gene. So staying involved in everything that's going on has been, you know, it's very good.
I was going to say your education with people, that's something that you naturally, having been in your presence. Guys, I got the chance to meet these 2 talented women in person when I was down in Nashville for a conference. And what I enjoyed many things. And one of the things I enjoyed most about Holly is she's always imparting education, but it's in a very gentle, hey, if you'd like this information, here it is. And it was just really, it was lovely. So thanks for that.
We're huge on that here. We're huge on education. It's the cornerstone of what we do, because exactly what Holly just said, these people come back again and again. Yeah. So we're not stuff, you know, we don't hand people a bra and ring it up at the counter, you know, the register. That's not what we do. We actually educate people and give them all the information they need, because first of all, they need the information. Second, they're going to come back, you know, and why would they come back if we don't do a great job every here, right? So education is really, really important and valuable when you've had breast surgery, that you get not only a proper fit, but more importantly, really, is a comfortable fit. So, you know, once you've had breast surgery, nothing fits and feels the same. And I love listening to Holly, you know, in the fitting room, just because she's been through it. It makes such a difference, just to hear her, you know, reassure people. And also, and I tell her this all the time, I embarrass her, but I'm like, look how cute she is. She's so cute. She always dresses cute. Her hair's adorable. And she went through this too. You're going to be fine. You know, that's what I like to say to people. Look at her. You're going to be fine. You know, we've come a long way with all of that.
And stylish you can be by going to Pretty in Pink Boutique and all the cute things. But I'm just going to put that in there because I love Pretty in Pink, guys. I love what you guys are up to. I just love how you treat people, and I really appreciate that. So one of the things that you mentioned when I was in the store is just all the changes that you've seen in products over the years. So in 20 years, what do you think some of the biggest changes that have come out? What do you think in terms of offerings have become better for people? And I'll say that for also your compression wear side, for lymphedema side as well, because I think there's a continuum for a lot of your customers where we're looking at post-surgical and then lymphedema, or just lymphedema. But you mentioned a few things where there's been some significant changes in some of the products, and not just huggers. I mean, like in products as a whole.
Yes. I would say from when I started this almost 20 years ago, I would say the biggest change I've seen now is options, color options. Yeah. Just the styles have changed. They've become more modern. I mean, we still have some bras out there that are very useful, purposeful bras, but you know, they're not stylish and modern. But you know, the majority of what I see now, people come in and they're really looking forward to what's the new seasonal color. You know, what's
yes.
You know, like when you guys just launched the Luma, like it was so exciting to say, we have a new prairie in blue, you know, and just to be able, it's excitement, and people come in and they want to see it. Oh, because they're wearing the prairie all the time anyway, and now they're just another color option is fun. So that's what I've seen the most in terms of like textiles, in terms of bra, and also, you know, some of the breast care vendors have launched some clothing, pocketed clothing. So, you know, camisoles and shirts and pajamas that will hold a prosthesis or a partial prosthesis inside the bra. And so that's been new to the space probably in the last 12 years, I would say. And then in terms of the technology and innovation in a breast prosthesis itself, that's a long way, just in the 18 we've been open. So what we see now, they're utilizing a lot of technology that they utilize in athletic wear, and then also space suits, you know, things, cooling types of material that keep things cooler against the body. And so that is amazing innovation that we've seen lately, not lately, but in the last, you know, since I've started. And then in custom breast prosthesis, that's an amazing new thing. So I just say, you know, the industry mostly is evolving with the times, you know, and there's some great vendors out there that are really targeting, you know, the younger population, because we are seeing younger and younger and younger women having mastectomies, both for cancer diagnosis and also prophylactically. You know, we're seeing, like Holly mentioned, the BRCA gene, you know, people are getting tested when it's appropriate to get genetically tested. It isn't always, you know, you need to consult a genetic counselor before you just go take that test. It's really important that I think you meet the criteria to do that. I lost my mother to breast cancer. I myself do not meet the criteria for the genetic counseling. So I've not been gene tested. So just to kind of throw that out there, I would always encourage you, if you have a local, you know, research hospital here, Vanderbilt is our largest research hospital, and they have a whole genetic counseling department. So that's something that, you know, if you think you should be tested, I would just go speak to someone who can guide you better on that. But, you know, we're seeing a lot more younger women come through here having had mastectomies. So it's nice to offer more modern, cute, fun things. You know, they don't just want beige or white clothing. They want, you know, pink and purple patterns and that all, which is exciting.
And you brought up a really great point for everyone watching and for our people that will watch on YouTube later. It's do consult with your local medical professionals. You know, there's Vanderbilt Breast Center, which is amazing that you guys work with all the time, but we all have typically a center or somewhere that we can get connected with someone that has great information. That's one of the changes that we've seen a lot of, even in the last 5 years, is that there seems to be a more connectivity to information and more information available at breast centers, whereas before it wasn't its own center and we couldn't get information very easily. I know that we're seeing that shift a fair amount now, and that's been really wonderful. So that's a great point to bring up, Pam. Thanks for saying that. Is there are a lot of really great local resources as well for education.
One thing I've seen come around since I started was completely new is the origin of what we call nurse navigation. So systems, if they're an accredited breast center, this is actually required. They have to have a nurse navigator on staff. So what a nurse navigator does is it's typically a nurse, in some situations a respiratory therapist or some other hospital professional, but move into the role of nurse navigator, and they will literally navigate a patient through the process of being diagnosed with breast cancer, going through surgery, and then beyond. And so, you know, if you are to be diagnosed, you know, I would seek that in your local areas, you know, seek whether or not the hospital you're going to has an accredited breast center, and if they have a nurse navigator, because that person can be so valuable to you. You know, just as an example, I had a friend go through this a few years back, and she said, I don't know where I'm supposed to go for my surgery. Like I don't even know where to park or where to go. And I said, oh, well, you need to call the nurse navigator. And boom, you know, she was her ally, her advocate for the whole journey, and told her where to park, what time to be there, and told her what to bring to the hospital and what to expect when you get home. And then they help interpret test results for you. They could help set up genetic counseling if that is an appropriate referral. They're a great resource that has absolutely changed the face of treatment, because now you have, you know, because being diagnosed with breast cancer, you're going to end up with a team of medical professionals treating you. So, and they don't always communicate, and they may not even be in the same hospital system. They may be in private practice. So again, back to that nurse navigator being the person that can coordinate all of that conversation and communication has probably been the best thing that's happened since we've been around in 18 years.
And Holly, as someone who works directly with people every day, what's something that you feel has been a positive change in terms of products or practices?
Well, like Pam said, you know, I get everybody coming in wanting to see the new and the latest, and you know, I haven't seen you in a year. What have you got new? What's come in? What's the color? What's the style? And you know, it's fun. I've got a few favorites. So, and I'll say, oh, they've added this color, so now we've got purple. Can we get some of those too? Or the compression sleeves, you know, always adding a pattern. And you know, 85-year-old lady that comes in and she wants to look cool for her grandkids, and she gets a tattoo print sleeve. So, you know, when they're outside doing whatever, you know, Granny looks really cool in that sleeve.
So you can feel good and feel stylish and still have something that's supporting you where you need it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
I do love that. I love that a lot. Are there any improvements or changes that you would like to see? Things that if you had a wish list, what would it look like?
You know, I'm actually on a retail advisory panel for one of our larger vendors, and we get together a few times a year as a lot of retailers. We're a group of about 12, and we really get to help participate in product design and product development and evaluating prototypes and things like that. And so that's been just really valuable. At this point, I trust, you know, I trust the vendors that they know what the space needs, and they're going to come out with, you know, newer and more interesting stuff. And so, you know, to answer your question, when that comes about, when somebody walks in and says, oh, we have this new thing, it's something I never envisioned or imagined. So, you know, I'm leaving that to the people that do that best. But, you know, I think the best products usually come from somebody designed it for themselves, you know, that they couldn't find when they were going through this journey, and they wanted to create it themselves. So those have been the best products. And then also, you know, everything that has a story, you know, your company is certainly no different, where, you know, you had some, you know, assistance from a breast surgeon that said, hey, you know, what's really missing in this space is this. And then you came along with the expertise to design it and create it. So those are the best products that come out of, or that are born of somebody's own need, or, you know, again, something just speaks to you one day and you say, oh, okay, I guess we're going to pivot this way and make this product. So, you know, right now I'm not, you know, we're always griping about sizing of things. I mean, you know, we need larger band bras in smaller cup sizes, like, you know, more 48As, more 50Bs, that kind of thing. And that's, I say that here in Nashville, and then somebody in another city might say, we really need more 32 AAs. And we're, you know, even amongst my fitting staff, we all want something different and fit different. So, you know, right now I wouldn't say I'm really missing anything right now. I just always look forward to what's next, what's coming through the door. I mean, I certainly couldn't have told you we were really missing the Prairie, and then all of a sudden it showed up and we said, well, why didn't we have this before? So, you know, it's just, when it shows up, it needs to show up, or when it needs to. That's what I'm
Well, and I think what I'm enjoying seeing is that there are more choices now. And also with the Lymphedema Treatment Act, there's going to be more accessibility to compression garments and people who need them. So I'm thankful for that as well. That's an improvement in my opinion. I think the sizing is interesting that you say that. So I've been taking lots of pictures of storerooms and things. How can we make the life easier for our retail stores and for customers to get product and things like that? Because yes, we agonize over every little thing. And I can see on some styles, you know, there's about 32 different sizes for one style of bra. And that's a lot. That's a lot for a retail store to manage, but also a customer, you know, when you're not sure where your size is going to come in and what that fit is. I'm thankful that we have your certified medical fitters to help people navigate through that experience, because it can feel really intimidating, and sizing and size charts are a big part of that. So I know for us, that was a big deal. How can we simplify the process for everybody, and mostly for the person that needs it the most? And so when I look at sizing now, I'm always sizing up bras based on how innovative are they on design and size. You know, what do I want to put on my body and next to my body, and those kind of things. So that's something that made me think of an improvement that I think has been coming, is people are aware of that. But for you guys, with all these different, you know, brand names that you carry, are they all different size charts?
Absolutely. And they all run, and even within the same brand, a certain bra can run, certain bra can run large. Wow. So that's, again, what we talked about at the top of the hour, is that you really need to be fit by a certified fitter, because especially after you've had breast surgery, it's so overwhelming. Like what you just said, Holly, they don't even know where to start, because if you ask somebody what size they are, they're going to tell you a 38C. Everybody goes, I think 38C. You know, really, we measure them and they're a 36 triple D, you know, so it's nobody really knows. You know, Oprah told us years ago, nobody's wearing the right size bra. It's true. So it really does, you know, make sense when you've had surgery, because maybe you are a 38C, but since you've had surgery and you have that sensitivity under your arm over here, we really need to bump you to a 40. And those are decisions that we help people make. Now, what I always do at somebody is, once we land on everything we're going to land on, and again, we'll use 38C as an example, and I say, you are in fact a 38C. So if you want to go out to Kohl's or Neiman Marcus or whatever and look at bras, then start with the 38Cs, because people still want to have some control over going to find things themselves. They end up back here, but I think it's good to give them guidance on where to start, because it's just overwhelming when you have no idea where to start with, again, a particular bra and a particular brand. They're all going to run different.
Mm-hmm. And I think one of the things that I wanted to bring up, and I meant to bring up on the innovation side, that I really enjoyed about what you guys are doing for customers is scan the QR code. So have this great QR code and they can set up an appointment with you for a televisit or a telephone visit. And I just really love that. We still have a lot of folks that aren't traveling in public as much, that aren't wanting to go out in public. And so to be able to help people when they need it the most and have them be comfortable, I love that you guys have made that happen for people. And I did want to share that for all you folks in terms of our communities of support, what our retail stores do for customers on a daily basis. It's really amazing to me. And what you guys do on a daily basis, I feel like this is one of your strengths, is you're always innovating to see how can you best serve your people, how can you reach your people? And I felt like that was an innovative way to reach people.
And if I could speak to that for just a minute, I'm really proud of that, because that came about because the Vanderbilt Breast Center actually came to us and said, we want 100% of our post-op patients, both partial mastectomy and mastectomy. They said we want 100% of our post-op patients in a Prairie Prima. And so when that happened, people were getting scheduled for surgery and then coming to us to try to get their surgery was in 48 hours. We couldn't get them in because we do operate by appointment, just like any licensed medical provider. And that was getting more and more difficult to be able to make sure they had access to the items they needed, to take with them to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, our marketing firm that we use came up with that QR code, which we're now utilizing in a lot of our business practice right now. But we made a card and actually used a great Prairie photo that, with your permission, on the front that shows all the Prairie bras and the different sizes of Prairie bras, and it's a QR code on the back that the patient just scans. It says you've been recommended for a post-op compression bra prior to your surgery. Please scan this card to contact us, and they can contact us, fill out a form on our website. It's a quick form that lets us know when their surgery is and if they need to come in and be fit, or if we could possibly fit them over the phone. Because you've made the Prairie, back to your sizing conversation a few minutes ago, you've made the Prairie so easy to fit and size,
mm-hmm.
that's really the only thing that we can fit virtually. So that's not our first choice, because we like to meet people and we like to a lot of love and shore them up for their surgery and just get them kind of ready for the process. But sometimes that's not always feasible because surgery is really soon. So in that situation, we do have a fitter that will contact them and do a virtual fitting over the phone. Mm-hmm. We ship out their Prairie Prima to them prior to their surgery. They take that with them to the hospital and they're ready to go.
Well, some of the communities you serve are hours away.
Yes.
And those things, accessibility isn't always 15 minutes away. And so I love how you've accomplished reaching people even when it's hard for them to reach you. That's really cool. Yeah, I love that. So, my goodness, our half an hour has gone already. Doesn't time fly? It's like we just sit down and there's something interesting to say. But for those of you that were able to join us live, thank you so much. This will be on YouTube and reposted on Insta, so you're welcome to take a look. And all this resource that Pretty in Pink was able to share with us today, I appreciate it so much, you guys. Time just flies. And is there anything that you'd like to leave our people with today? Any thoughts? I mean, Pam is never short of good thoughts. I just have to tell you, she's got a lot of great things to say.
Sure. I'm never short on words, that's for sure. I just would like to say thank you for inviting us to be a part of this. And we really do love the Prairie so much. And, when people ask me, what's one of the greatest things that ever happened at Pretty in Pink, it by far is the Prairie. And I know Holly agrees with that. And I've got another fitter to my left over here who's off camera, who's also nodding her head. I mean, we all know how valuable and important the Prairie bras have become to our breast cancer community, to our post-op community specifically, and our compression bra wearers out there. So it's really an incredible, innovative product. It's an amazing product that really, really changed lives. And I think I've told you the story before where I've had people come in and say, I'm ready for my regular bra now. And they come and get their regular bra, and then they call back a week later and say, I just need some more Prairies. They're it all day, every day. Yeah.
I love mine. I tried it the first time after I redid my reconstruction, and I sleep in them every night. I yard work, anything, because they fit and they feel good. So love.
Thanks, guys. It really is why we're here. Like, that just touches me in such a deep place, because that's why the whole team is here, and we so love what we get to do every day. So thank you for that. Appreciate it.
We know that it shows, and we love partnering with you for exactly all the reasons that you are who you are. It's why we are who we are as well. So we'll keep serving the world one bra at a time.
Yes. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.